Jarrett, Chicago's WGN Radio 720.
5:52. Did you see Governor Quinn on TV? Please quit Scott Lee Cohen. He didn't say those exact words, but that's the essence of what he is saying. And we are imagining Republican private eyes wandering all over Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan, Thailand, wherever, trying to find people who may have been associated with Scott Lee Cohen, the Democratic nominee for the office of Lieutenant Governor, because of the allegations he had a hooker girlfriend that he still says he did not hold a knife to the throat of. So how carefully are candidates looked at once they decide they're going to run for office? It's a pretty good question, and it's a question that WGN's Rob Hart has been asking this morning. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, Greg. We really do live in a golden age of political dirt digging, thanks to the internet and thanks to people holding those flip cams and carrying candidates around all the time and posting those moments on YouTube. Just think about George Allen, the guy who was running for Senate in Virginia 4 years ago, got caught on tape calling that kid the macaca. Oh, Joe the plumber, he became a political superstar. He got a book and a book tour, all because he was caught on video asking then candidate Barack Obama about his tax plan, and he said he was going to spread the wealth around. That became a huge deal, all thanks to the internet and all thanks to people just out there getting this type of information and putting it all together. So it's a surprise. It should not have been a surprise that Scott Lee Cohen's legal problems were out there.
In the election for Lieutenant Governor of Illinois, Scott Lee Cohen stands out from the crowd.
That may have been a good campaign slogan, but now it has a different meaning. Governor Quinn and Democratic Senate nominee Alexi Giannoulias both want Cohen to drop out. So why didn't the domestic violence allegations hit until after the election? Candidates are always digging into each other's past. Divorce attorney and private investigator Tracy Rizzo says background checks that reveal previous arrests are a snap.
Literally, I could do it in 5 minutes. I could find out the information. The initial information as far as the, Social Security number, addresses, relatives, vehicles, lawsuits, bankruptcies, criminal charges, all that literally can be discovered in 5 minutes.
Now, Cohen did tell Sun-Times columnist Mark Brown about his arrest in 2005 for pulling a knife on his live-in girlfriend. Still, it didn't make news until after Election Day. Rizzo does have some advice for people with past legal problems who are thinking about running for office. Don't do it.
I think our system already has enough politicians who have morality problems, dishonesty problems, legal problems, that our system, I just don't think, needs any more of that.
Now, there's a lot of CYA taking place amongst Democrats. Governor Quinn saying yesterday that really it's not up to the party or campaigns to do the background checks, the vetting. It's up to the voters. But there are services out there. There are political consultant groups that dig into a candidate's background and see if there are any potential bombshells when it comes to taxes or maybe the legal status of any domestic help, all of these things that have come up and sank candidates in the past. There are people out there who kind of do a pretty rigorous, rigorous look at your own background before, if you're thinking about running for office, saying, well, if you're going to do this, and this could be a problem.
Yeah, I got an email earlier this morning, Rob, from a listener who said it was our fault for covering up the information on Scott Lee Cohen. He said it's essentially Illinois is once again the laughingstock of the nation because WGN refused to report on the background of Scott Lee Cohen. Now, tell me, because I know how I would react if I'd had this information. If we had this information, it would have been on the radio, right?
Absolutely, it would have been. It's just a matter of if someone just did a simple Google search. And it's not just us, it's all the other outlets in town, it's the other candidates, the other campaigns. It was there, just sitting there, and everyone missed it.
And maybe a voter also could sit down and go, I think I'm going to vote for this guy. Let me Google him. He won't. Thanks, Rob.
Sure.
Good report.